Hello there, this is Welsh ASMR 82. How you doing? And today we're going to look at the A-League, the Australian League of Football or Soccer, men's stadiums. And this is a highly requested video from my very many Australian subscribers. Which there are so many Australian subscribers on this channel, so good day. From sunny Wales to wet and rainy Australia. Oh no, sorry, it's the other way around. Hello from wet Wales to sunny Australia. And of course Australia is the second best country in the world because it is the only other country in the world that has a South Wales. Okay, joking aside though, I have resisted doing another stadiums video because the way I've done them previously, I made this PowerPoint and I researched all the pictures and I researched all of this capacity, and each one would take me like an hour to prepare. So as we know on this channel, I am so lazy and I just stopped doing them because it just took me so much time to prepare. And then I thought, why are you being such a derp? You can just find this info on Wikipedia and talk through it like every other video that you do on this channel. So yay, we're back. If you want me to look at stadia, I know highly requested are La Liga stadiums and a couple of others, so get your comments on in this video, and if I can find the article on Wikipedia, I'll definitely do it in the upcoming weeks. So today is Australia, and it does have a couple of cool stadia, to be honest, a couple of cool stadiums, and we're going to look through them all in today's video, look at their capacity, look who plays there, and stuff like that. So strap yourselves in, maybe close your eyes, put your headphones in and go to sleep, or pay attention. I'm doing it on the phone today because this has a dark mode. I was originally going to do it on the laptop, but that's just blinding white light. You don't want that before bed, do you? Okay, and I really hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to click like. Okay, we're going to go in alphabetical order of stadium rather than team playing in stadium. The A-League is a fairly small league compared to Premier League, for example, or Bundesliga, so we got fewer than 20. And the first one is the AAMI Park, otherwise known as the Melbourne Rectangular Stadium. And this is the stadium of three teams. It's Melbourne City, Melbourne Victory, and Western United. And of course it's in Melbourne. Victoria is the state, right? Or territory. Opened in 2010, capacity of 30,050. Don't need to know the coordinates. I'm not going to be that precise. Okay, so let's take a look at it then. So, let's see if I can, yeah. That is a really cool looking stadium, guys, I've got to be honest. So the AAMI Park, the Melbourne Rectangular Stadium, referred to as the AAMI Park due to a sponsorship arrangement, is an outdoor sports stadium situated on the grounds of the Edwin Flack Field within the sports and entertainment precinct in the heart of the Melbourne Central Business District. So quick facts, we can see it there. Former name Swan Street Stadium, it's not Saint, is it? Street, for 3 years. And any other cool information? All-seat capacity to 30,000, 29-foot rugby. And surface style octave. Cool, okay. So let's look at a couple of pictures of this then. See if I can. Yeah, you can. I love this stadium, it's really cool. So I guess it's called a rectangular. Well, they're more like, they're not rectangles really, they're triangles, aren't they? The shape that it makes on the outside, on the inside, excuse me. So that is one angle of the stands there. There's another one. You can see two stands in the distance. And a third picture where you can see almost three stands. It's really cute. There's rugby being played there at the time. But yeah, I really like this stadium. I think it's awesome. And that's it from the outside. See if I can make it even bigger. it looks really sort of funky. That's the view from a city building, apparently. Oh, that's the panorama, that's nice. Very cool. So that's our first stadium today. How easy is it to get back? Oh, Oslo. I'm going to pause it. Press back one too many times. If you want to see a video on Oslo, by the way, go onto my Nordics channel. Okay, Allianz Stadium. This is for Sydney FC. It's based obviously in Sydney in New South Wales. Built really recently, 2022, 42,500 capacity. And I gotta say, it's a little bit of a beauty as well. Look at the design on the seats alone. How cool is that? So it's a really sort of modern stadium. Allianz, who build really nice stadia. I like their stadium for Juventus. For example, I like their one in Brazil. Maybe just open in a new tab, that way I won't lose it. Hang on. Okay, I'm working this out, I found it. So this is known as the Allianz Stadium for Commercial Rights, a football stadium in Moore Park, suburb of Sydney, New South Wales, Australia. Built as a replacement for the original Sydney Football Stadium, it was officially opened on the 28th of August 2022. The ground's major tenants are the Sydney Roosters of the National Rugby League, the New South Wales Waratahs of the Super Rugby, and Sydney FC of the A-League Men. It is one of the venues for the Women's World Cup and will host the 2027 Rugby World Cup matches as well. Let's take a look at a couple of pictures then. So we've had a look at that one. That one is with a concert in the middle, but you can get the idea of the stands from this one. It was actually Elton John performing. And that's the outside for the Women's World Cup. So yeah, that is a really cute stadium, very nice. Political and contractual issues. Interesting. Okie dokie, right. What? Okay. Let's go to the next stadium, which is going to be the Campbelltown Stadium. This is for Macarthur FC in Campbelltown, New South Wales, built in 2000 with a capacity of 17,500. If you're an A-League fan, do you get sellouts for these? Because they're really big. Thinking, you know, Swansea, my club, Swansea City, we only have a capacity of like 19, 20. And we don't always sell out, so are you guys like getting the same sort of number of people there to watch? That would be really good. Okay, so this is a more sort of open, I can't remember the word for this type of stadium, maybe you can put it in the comments for me. More like an oval. Campbelltown Sports Stadium is a multi-use stadium in Lumea, sorry, I don't know how to pronounce that, New South Wales, Australia, owned by the Campbelltown City Council, formerly known as Eureka Park and Campbelltown Sports Ground. It is currently the home ground of the Western Suburbs Magpies, Wests Tigers and Macarthur FC. The stadium has a nominal capacity of 17,500 with a recorded highest crowd figure of 20,500 for the game between West Tigers and North Queensland Cowboys in the NRL season. Let's view from outside. Oh, here's a much smaller stadium, isn't it? Doesn't really have much capacity on that side over there either. Cool. And fourth on the list is the Central Coast Stadium, which is for the Central Coast Mariners, which is in Gosford, New South Wales, opened in 1999 with a capacity of 20,059. Let's open that in a new tab. Now I know what I'm doing. Okay, Central Coast Stadium, known as Industry Group Stadium after naming rights, and originally as Graham Park, is a sports venue in Gosford on the central coast of New South Wales, Australia. The stadium is home to the Central Coast Mariners Association Football Club, which competes in the A-League. It also holds rugby and rugby union and rugby league on an ad hoc basis. Let's take a look at some of the pictures. There seem to be more on this one. So it's right on the coast, literally. Reminds me a bit of Fulham's ground. And that's the... so it's got a stanchion with a roof there. And lots of seating over here. Yeah, you can see the stanchion on this side. There's a rugby being played in this particular match. And you can see that stanchion there from the side view. Cool. And that is Central Coast Stadium. So we've got Moreton Daily Stadium. Moreton. It's really funny how I don't know how to pronounce these things. Which is also known as the Dolphin Stadium, apparently. Dolphin Stadium, Brisbane. Stadium in Kippering, Queensland, Australia. Also known as the Kayo Stadium. And it is a host of Brisbane Roar in the A-League. It's kitted out. You can see there for a different association. Not even football, soccer association, a different sport altogether. There's rugby there. It's kind of cool how they sort of share them between the rugby and the football, actually. Like we do in our stadium in Swansea. Currently, we are supposedly building a new stadium for the rugby, though. Our stadium was built for the rugby originally, and the football moved in afterwards. But the rugby doesn't fill it, and the football fills it, so... Okay. Talking about sewage pumps or something. Okay. And it confused me though, because I didn't think I'd clicked on that particular stadium. It didn't. It seemed like change when it opened. Oh yeah, the Moreton Daily Stadium, the Dolphin Stadium, which for Brisbane Roar, Kippering in Queensland. Oh, opened in 1979, capacity 11,500. Okay, this is the Mars Stadium, also known as the Eureka Stadium. It's for Western United. Interesting. I was going to say, we've already seen one for Western United. In Ballarat, Victoria, 1990, it opened for 11,000 capacity. Let's have a look at this. Eureka. Oh, that's kind of cute. It's like a complete circle. It's an oval, yeah. Eureka Stadium, known as commercially Mars Stadium, is an oval-shaped sports stadium located in Eureka Sports Precinct of Wendouree, north of CBD. I feel like I should know what that means. Of the city of Ballarat, Victoria, Australia. Let's take a look, see if we've got any pictures. Zoom in on this one. Yeah, you can see it's got a stand there, but not... Are these possibly seats here? I can't tell. And we can see in the stands on this side. I like the blue and white model effect, actually. And this is one from, there's loads of pictures of this one. And that's, I was going to say it's for rugby, actually, they're flagpoles, I think. Okay. So that's the Eureka Stadium, where Coopers. This is known as the Hindmarsh Stadium for Adelaide United in Adelaide, Southern Australia, I think. Opened in 1964, a 16,500 capacity. Let's take a look at the Coopers Stadium. Also known as the Hindmarsh Stadium. Multi-purpose stadium in Hindmarsh in the western suburb of Adelaide, South Australia. It is the home of the Australian A-League team Adelaide United. Not sure, are there any? Oh, thank goodness. Oh, it's quite a nice stadium actually. And it's really full there. You've got 4 stands, 2 with a roof. And certainly that one doesn't, I'm assuming this one doesn't. Again for rugby. And that's a night match. Yeah, I quite like that. It reminds me of stadiums that I've seen in like Chile. Cool, okay. So that's the Hindmarsh Stadium. And one of the other reasons I'm doing this video is because the A-League is starting up very soon. Okay, the GMHBA Stadium in Cardinia Park. Western United again. How many stadiums do they have? And this one's in Geelong in Victoria. Opened in 1941, but the capacity is massive, 36,000. I'm feeling there's some sort of mistake happening with the number of stadiums the Western United has. Cardinia Park, also known as GMHBA Stadium, snappy, due to naming rights, is a sporting and entertainment venue located within Cardinia Park, South Geelong, in the Australian state of Victoria. Operated and owned by the Cardinia Park Stadium Trust, is the home ground of AFL club Geelong Football Club. The capacity of Cardinia Park is 40,000, making it the largest capacity Australian stadium in a regional city. So I feel this is a rugby or an Australian rules football stadium primarily. It's nice as well. Nice layout. Maybe someone can update me in the comment section on how much this stadium is actually used for A-League soccer. Okay. Next, Suncorp Stadium, Lang Park, which is for Brisbane Roar, which of course is in Brisbane in Queensland. 1914 it opened. Again, massive capacity, 52,500. Let's open that in a new tab. And Lang Park is here. Wow, lovely stadium. So, Lang Park, nicknamed the Cauldron. I think we'll see why in a second. Also known as Brisbane Stadium, and by sponsor name Suncorp Stadium, or Suncorp, is a multi-purpose stadium in Brisbane, Queensland, Australia, located in the suburb of Milton. It's got a capacity of 52,500, the traditional home of rugby league. In Brisbane, I suspected so. The modern stadium is also used for rugby union and soccer, and has a rectangular playing field. It's used by all those different clubs. Let's take a look at it. I'd say it's one of the most attractive in the league thus far. I think the first two were probably right up there. And then this one. stadium, actually. Reminds me of something you'd see in France or Belgium. So Lang Park is very nice. Let's go to the next one. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 to go. So we are looking at McDonald Jones Stadium, the Newcastle International Sports Centre, which is home of Newcastle Jets in Newcastle, New South Wales. It was built in 1970 and has a capacity of 33,000. Let's go check out the stadium here then. So, sponsorship reasons known as McDonald Jones Stadium. It is the Newcastle International Sports Centre, multi-purpose sports stadium located in Newcastle, Australia. The ground is home to the Newcastle Knights, Newcastle Jets FC, which is in the A-League. It's got the same colours as Crystal Palace. So one large stand over there. Seems to have a big stand either side. And then smaller on the sides, which is fairly typical. Okay, now we're down to the last three. This is the HBF Park in for Perth Oval, for Perth Glory, and that's located in Perth, Western Australia, I think. 1910 with a capacity of 20,500. Yeah, green and yellow. Nice stadium that side. Again, similar to the last one, I think it's got high stands on the edges, on the long sides of the pitch, but on the short side it's much smaller. There's a lovely panorama of it actually, which proves my point. So that one's got a massive stand on that. That one's a bit smaller. And then at the two ends of the pitch, much, much smaller again. Okay. And the last two, we've got the Sky Stadium and the Combank Stadium. So, okay, this will take some explaining for non-Australian or non-savvy people with the A-League. This is the Wellington Regional Stadium, Sky Stadium, by Wellington Phoenix. Wellington, that's right, New Zealand, built in 2000 with a capacity of 34,500. So similar to what we do in England, where Welsh teams are in the English division, and similar to the fact that we have in the MLS in the States, Canadian teams, there is one New Zealand team. I read when I was looking at the Asian Champions League that if they, and it has, I think it nearly happened or did happen at one point, Wellington Phoenix finished in the qualification places for the Asian Champions League, but couldn't qualify for it because they're not in the Asian Confederation. This is a little bit of a weird crossover there. So I think it happened a couple of years ago when the Swans won the Carabao Cup, and it was sort of, should they be allowed to play in Europe as using one of England's spots? So yeah, it in the end it was allowed, but yeah, but this is a completely different confederation. You know, it's Oceania compared to Asia, so no, they're not allowed to play in the Asian Champions League. Known commercially as Sky Stadium through naming rights, is a major sporting venue in Wellington, New Zealand. The stadium's bowl site size is blah blah blah, 48,000 metres squared. Built in 1999. I think they move around quite a lot actually, because they're on former stadiums. There seems to be like loads for Wellington for some reason. That is a lovely stadium. I'm guessing it's maybe the National Stadium. New Zealand national football team versus Peru. Yeah, this is the national stadium. It's a beautiful venue, isn't it? Very similar. It reminds me of like a mini Stadio Olimpico in Rome or something like that. It's got that feel to it, doesn't it? Yeah, look. It's got that. It looks like a mini Maracanã from that angle, doesn't it? That's a lovely panorama of it as well. Very cool stadium. It has to be right up there with one of the best in the league, to be honest. Very reminiscent of Olympic stadiums. Probably is an Olympic stadium. Oh no, it doesn't have the racing track actually, the running track, so no, it's not. Okay, and last but not least, Combank Stadium, Western City Stadium. This for Western City Wanderers. Parramatta, New South Wales. 2019 was built for 30,000. Let's take a look at the Combank Stadium before we finish, then, shall we? Oh, it's really nice. Yeah, that is gorgeous. Oh, I see, so maybe that's an old photo. Looks really nice from the outside as well. Ah, is there a standing area? Interesting. Similar to does Borussia Dortmund have those? Might be one of the best in the league. Definitely top 5, maybe top 3. Beautiful stadium, and is known as the Combank, but it's the Western Sydney Stadium, multi-purpose rectangular stadium in Parramatta within the Greater Western Sydney area. Built on the old site of the old Cumberland Oval. Open to 30,000 seat capacity in 2019. Yeah, fab. And it hosts rugby league, soccer and rugby union as well. Cool. Okay, so that is a little lowdown of the A-League. I hope you enjoyed it, and do drop me a comment and let me know which set of stadiums for which league I should look at next. I know I'm probably going to do La Liga in Spain pretty soon, but let me know of other stadiums you want me to look at as well. And if I can find it on Wikipedia, then I will do it, because I'm lazy. Click like, click subscribe if you're new to the channel, and thank you to all my Patreons. If you want to join them, then check out the info box below on how to do that. Okay, thank you so much everyone, take care, and good night.